Thanks for joining me today, and we're talking about great faith from the story of the Roman centurion, and that is found in Matthew 8, 5-13, and he sees the healing of his servant, and it's Jesus called this, he had not seen such great faith, not even in Israel. We finished yesterday talking about the story of Charles Blondin, the French tightrope walker in the 1860s, and he had crossed his tightrope across the Niagara Falls, 11,000 feet, 160 feet above the falls, on this tightrope. He did it on stilts. He carried someone he had a wheelbarrow, he had to carry a sack of potatoes in the wheelbarrow, took it right across. And everyone, thought it was fantastic. And Blondin had called out at the end, do you believe I can carry a person across in the wheelbarrow? Everyone said, yes, yes, yes. Then he asked for volunteers, and we think he didn't get any volunteers. He may have got one. So imagine yourself in the wheelbarrow, crossing the Niagara Falls on a tight rope, and you're having to fully trust whoever is holding the wheelbarrow. Well, thank God, if you put your whole trust in God, then God is actually holding the wheelbarrow, and he's taking you across. Thank God it's not the pastor holding onto the wheelbarrow with the tight rope. It's not your boss, because you would perish. But for all of us, as we put our whole life and our whole weight upon Jesus, we can trust him to guide us and lead us into our future. Knowing he's there, you can feel 100% confident he'll get you to the other side. Whatever you're facing today, whatever challenge, can you put your whole trust in God? That he's with you, he's on your side, he'll get you to the other side, that things will work out. That is great faith. The centurion, he had a very deep and simple faith. He said, Jesus, you just say the word and my servant would be healed. Jesus, you don't even need to come to my house. You don't need to physically pray for my son in his presence. You don't have to lay hands on him, anything like that. Just say the word. Rise, get up and walk. Just say the word, Lord. And it's amazing. All you have to do is speak it from right here where you are, and my servant will be healed. And you remember, his servant didn't even believe, wasn't even a believer. And yet the centurion had this great faith. And that's what we call great faith. So just imagine Jesus come to town. He's in your area. And you tell Jesus you've got a problem. Would you tell Jesus, hey, Jesus, just say the word? Or would you want him to come to your home? Make sure he laid hands on whoever was sick. Well, I don't know what you would do, but I know what I'd do. I say, come on, Jesus. I know you can just say the word, but look, just to be sure, please come to my home, lay hands on the sick person, my wife, a kid, whoever it is, and get them healed. So great faith says you don't need Jesus to come to your home. Can I add to that? Great faith says you don't need the healing evangelist. You don't even need the pastor. You don't even need the life group leader. Great faith says, hey, you can be healed where you are. Just put your faith and your trust in Jesus. He's already spoken the word, by the way. By his stripes you are healed. And, I guess what I'm trying to say here is shift your focus off people and onto God. And that's what the Roman centurion did. And Jesus said, I have never seen such great faith, not in all Israel. And basically said to the centurion, you've got great faith, you can go home, and as soon as you get home, you'll see that your servant is healed. And so it was true. He went home, and his servant was healed. See, he knew the words of a command. He knew that if Jesus said something, all heaven was going to back his words. Because as a Roman centurion, he knew if he told his servant to do something, he had the Roman Empire backing his words. That servant was going to obey. Well, when Jesus speaks, he's got more than the Roman Empire backing his words. He's got the power of the universe, the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. He's got all power backing him. So all Jesus has to do is speak the word, and healing will take place. That's exactly what happened for the Roman centurion's servant. Now that is great faith.